It's Nolan. Nolan here. Welcome back to another live edition of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. We are live once again. We're going to be doing this a little bit more often. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Much love and respect to everybody on here saying they like the song. That song is called The Wave. It's available on all streaming platforms. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. I see y'all. Intellectual Beauty, Karma Lux, Tatiana, Girls Love Talk, Connie Tang, Rosalinda, Pretty Nene. Much appreciated. Be sure to like and share the video. Maybe I should go ahead and put my thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? See if the thing come through. Bow. See if it come through. You see it in the background though, whatever. Be sure to like and share the video. Y'all know why we here. Y'all know why we here, man. Unfortunately, the biggest female rap star ever has found herself in some legal trouble outside the country, out in Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be as balanced and fair as possible in my coverage of this because I don't want to see nobody get arrested for, trivial things. But we got to get into the story, right? So apparently she was arrested in Amsterdam for weed, jumping off the plane. She was arrested at the airport. And she actually was live when this happened. So first thing I'm going to do is play the video, or at least a clip of the video of Nicki's live and how this whole thing transpired. You know what I'm saying? Show how she was treated at the airport, what was going down, and then we'll talk about what she said afterwards as far as her tweets and everything addressing the situation. All right? So let's go ahead and pull this up. Shout out to everyone in the chat once again.
Where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going.
You have to go to the police station.
What address is that?
It's 5 minutes away.
It's 5 minutes away.
What's the address of the police precinct?
When you will get your next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help. But
You're talking about my show?
yes,
What about it?
yeah, we
He
talk.
said they will help to try to get you there.
They'll help to try to get me to my
Yes.
show.
So you get
How?
them out very quickly.
To do it as soon as possible. But we
But
can.
what am I doing? What am I doing? I
You
never
are
gave
under
anyone my.
arrest.
I never. So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But
Yes.
under arrest for what?
Okay. Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what?
Okay.
Do you
Stop
know what
filming
happened
now.
when I came
you
here?
have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming and just step in the car for us?
No, I need a lawyer, because I don't know where I'm going.
You will get a lawyer at the office. You can contact the lawyer, but if you just step in the car, then it will go as fast as possible.
And who's going in this vehicle?
So please step
He
in
will
the
go
car.
with you.
All right, so that's Nicki Minaj. Unfortunately, she was put in the paddy wagon and taken into custody in Amsterdam while she was out there trying to get to her show, trying to get to where she needed to be. Unfortunately, things just didn't seem to pan out in her favor. And damn. Shannon B says, oh, y'all couldn't wait for negative news about the queen. She smokes and so does a lot of us. Hey, I talk about the news for everybody. And we're going to talk about positive news about your queen as well. So please, there's no need to bring that in here. Shout out to Shannon B, though. I know you support the channel and everything, but I'm not here to talk shit on Nicki. We're just going to address the situation for what it is. We're going to speak on how she responded to the situation. And then we're going to talk about other things going on in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get there, though. Okay? So, first and foremost, Nicki comes out and says, they've been trying to stop me from coming to every show. They took my bags before I could see them, put it on the plane. Now saying they're waiting on customs. This is what it looks like when people are paid big money to try to sabotage a tour after all else failed. Everything they've done is illegal. This is the part that I don't like, right? This is the second time that she's tried to pull, or at least to my knowledge, that she's tried to pull this sabotage angle. And I'm not really jacking it, to be personal, you know what I mean? Just to be perfectly honest. That's not to say that these incidents are not sabotaging her plans. That's not to say that these little roadblocks that she's facing along her way to some of these shows are not fucking up the money. But I would love to know exactly who is responsible for sabotaging her travels, sabotaging her shows. And please, if you're going to say Roc Nation is doing it, you're going to have to provide some sort of context, some sort of proof, some sort of angle that corroborates the Roc Nation story. If we're just talking about mythology, we can't really go off of that. You know, it was about a month ago where something very similar happened to Nicki in Montreal, if y'all can remember. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get back to her tweets, right? So April, what was this, the 15th or something like that? 18th? Nicki Minaj fans found themselves waiting 3 hours in Montreal for her to touch down for her Pink Friday 2 World Tour. Amid the crowd's anticipation, Minaj made sure to inform the Barbs of what took place, causing her tardiness, placing blame on the private airline that she was using. Her quote at that time said, "Yesterday, my flight scheduled for midnight shut their plane down at 12:58 p.m. We talked about this. Never in 15 years have I heard of anything like that. A $70,000 G4, and they thought we were going to pay them for that flight, as well as whatever flight I'd have to get on next. They thought wrong. Today, we asked if we could leave at 1 p.m. They said no, we could leave at 3 p.m. Then they said that won't work. We need to leave at 5 p.m. for a 9:30 p.m. show in Canada. When we got to the plane, they said they were still fueling. At 6:30, they said they were still fueling for an hour and a half flight. When we did get to Canada, they did a bunch of stuff they didn't do the last 2 times I came for the OVO Fest," she further explained. "They started searching through my personal purses. Usually they take me to the car with my purses and check the bigger luggage. Nope, not this time." So there seems to be a running theme going on here where is she carrying contraband in her purses, trying to go into other jurisdictions? You know what I'm saying? When you leave in the U.S., things get a little tricky. And perhaps maybe they've caught on to your drug smuggling. Again, this is not an accusation or an allegation on her. She was found with weed in Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I don't know all of the ways that they police weed in Amsterdam. I know it's not necessarily legal, but it is admissible where you can smoke in certain areas in Amsterdam, but I think they want you to buy it while you're there, not bring it into the country. That's just my understanding of the situation. Now we're going to get back to her recent tweets about this incident, right? So she says they've been trying everything they possibly can to try to stop this tour. Again, we're talking about a mysterious day with no address. She says they took my luggage, and when I asked where it is, they said it's on the plane. It couldn't have been. I just pulled up. I never gave them my bags. They're refusing to let me see my own bags. Okay. She says they're being paid big money to try to sabotage my tour because so many people are mad that it's this successful. I'm trying to understand once again, who is it out there that benefits from Nicki Minaj's lack of success? Who has a direct investment in her not succeeding? We would love to know. And I'm only speaking on this because this is the narrative that she puts out to her fans, as if somebody is trying to take her down and take her up through there. But who is it? Right? We ask Kanye the same thing. Who are the they? When you say people trying to take you down, when you say people trying to drug you, when you say people are incentivized to make you fat, right? When people put out lawsuits on you and you fail to acknowledge the lawsuits, we ask Kanye, who is they? Is it the Jews? Because you got beef with them clearly, but who are the Jews? Because it can't be the entire community. So when you start coming out saying these types of things and you don't give us any sort of directive on who you're talking about, it gets a little weird. Furthermore, she says, they're being paid big money to try to sabotage my tour because so many people are mad that it's this successful and they can't eat off me. Who's trying to eat off you? They got caught stealing money from my travel and jets, got fired, got mad. Who is these people? Now, I'm gonna leave it up to any barbs in the chat. Let me know who been stealing from her. And I'm not asking in a condescending way. I'm asking like for real, actual information. Who's been stealing money from Nicki? Because I don't know who these people are. She says, this is how they plant things in your luggage. Furthermore, she states, they try to make me book another jet every time, all because I fired management who I found out for years were adding 30 to 50K on my jet and pocketing it. Okay, management, old management used to do this. What? Again, if you fired your management, whoever that is, I guess it's fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody sitting in that position, if your manager is taking money off the top, charging you 30 to 50K extra on your travel and in their pocketing the money, yeah, you're well within your rights to have an issue with them. You're well within your rights to fire them. You're well within your rights to sue. For real, for real. Where's the paperwork on suing? How many trips did you take where they added 30 to 50K on your jet fees and took it home? Right? She says, I fired a tour manager recently who was doing the same thing and mad he got the boot. Their goal is to make me late and to pocket 40K. Now, why is it that you have tour managers, people in your own camp that are trying to take money from you and sabotage what you're doing? I'm not saying that this is not happening, by the way. I just question. I ain't even questioning how it's happening because it happens to others. But I do question why that seems to be a running theme within your camp. Who are these people that you're selecting? Are you properly vetting these people? And does that have anything to do with this particular incident in Amsterdam? She says, I'm still in my car. They took my luggage without consent, lied and said it was on the jet. They're trying to keep me from Manchester. This is Amsterdam, by the way, where weed is legal. All right. So with this narrative that they found joints in her purse, she says, hey, it's her understanding that weed is legal there. So what's the problem? Boom. She says, and now, okay. And now they said they found weed and that another group of people have to come here and weigh the pre-rolls. Keep in mind, they took my bags without my consent. She keeps saying that. My security has already advised them those pre-rolls belong to him. Oh, yeah. And the pilot wants to take my IG post down. Why is your security's pre-rolls in your personal purse? It's interesting to me. She says, and the people who weigh it ain't here. Told you, is to try to make me late so that they could write negative stories. Jealousy is a disease, you know the rest. Okay. Somebody comes and asks her, why is the pilot concerned about social media? Are you not also irritated that the effing schedule is screwed? Priorities, the entire lot of them is effed. Nicki's biggest blessing is around the corner. Okay, this is where they start doing some weird stuff. The more they attempt to intervene, she says that was the pilot in the gray suit smiling from ear to ear. Now ask yourself why that be his role and why the plane was nowhere to be found when I arrived. They didn't know I was planning for them just like they were planning for me. Me filming every single thing made them really mad. So how were you planning for them ahead of time? You were already expecting to be stopped. You were already expecting difficulties at the airport Why? Is it because you knew you had weed? I mean, we just gotta ask some questions. She says, now they said I have to go 5 minutes away to make a statement about my security to the police precinct. It's a 45-minute to an hour flight, so they're probably trying to stall for about 4 hours. Ask yourself, what takes 2 hours if they've searched everything already? My plane was scheduled to leave 2 hours ago. Which again, for a recording artist coming into a country or trying to leave the country, however it is, that's a huge inconvenience. If you're getting stopped, they're checking all your shit. They're not letting you retain any of your luggage. They're trying to put you in the paddy wagon to make a statement when they know that you need to get up out of there. But the question remains, why are you trying to travel with weed internationally? I think that's the main problem. I think there's like no accountability there. I don't know. I mean, even Snoop got stopped in the air for that shit a couple years ago. Wiz Khalifa's gotten stopped for this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she's existing in some isolation booth where this happens to nobody. But if you're in a country where they allow you to purchase weed, why are you trying to bring your own? Or why are you trying to bring your securities on if that's the story we're going with? That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? There's regulation for a reason. That's all I'm saying. There's regulation for a reason. And I had to actually go look it up. Cause I'm like, hey, I'm not the biggest, I don't smoke weed at all. So how the hell would I know what the hell going on, you know? So hold on, let me see what they talking about, racial profiling. Okay, hold on. So in lieu of Nicki being arrested in Amsterdam, apparently Ari Lennox is another artist who faced the same thing some time ago. Okay. So for her, she said, F Amsterdam security. They hate black people. Okay. So now we're going into racial profiling. Fuck Amsterdam. Fuck Kim. Never in my life. I just want to go home. I'll never leave my house again. These are all quotes from Ari Lennox. She says, they're arresting me. I'm being arrested in Amsterdam for reacting to a woman racially profiling me. According to Reuters, at the time when she was arrested, they said Dutch military police who are responsible for security at Schiphol Airport said Lennox was held because of her behavior toward an airline official and for being drunk in public. It was unclear how long Lennox would remain in custody, spokesman Robert Van Kappel said, as police were investigating claims of possible threats made by Lennox during the incident. So I guess they're trying to relate the two things, but I don't see where Ari Lennox was in possession of weed. I think that changes the story a little bit. Right? Do I believe that racial profiling could have played a part in it? Absolutely, 1,000%. But I also think possession changes the conversation. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of these artists these days do have some things to learn. Just because you're a celebrity in the States and you're big shit, and sometimes you get away with certain things in the American airports and traveling and little stuff like that, which a lot of people still don't get away with. But you know, you flying private, you're doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Yeah, that works. When you cross the border and you go into other people's countries, you got to abide by the laws of the land in those countries. You can't bring your celebrity there. And I mean, I'm sure Michael Jackson probably could have, but shit, who else? So I don't know, man. The shit weird to me. I'm going to stay tuned for more updates. I'm sure Nicki Minaj will be posting more updates because if she's going to do anything, she's definitely going to talk to her fans and keep them updated on things. So if nothing else, we'll definitely get more of her side of the story to come. At some point, I do expect Amsterdam police or at least the press in Amsterdam to release some sort of statement about this incident as well, so that we can try to determine the stories on both sides of the fence and try to find some sort of middle ground that makes the most sense. Because both parties could be lying for all I know, right? But again, traveling with weed wasn't the smartest move. You say Michael Jackson wouldn't have been carrying it himself? For sure. Yeah, you're right, Marisha. She is trying to get to the Manchester show. I think she must have got stopped with the weed there at the airport on her way out rather than on her way in, which is effectively, that's drug smuggling. I mean, I don't know. I think they got ASAP out there for smacking that nigga that was following him around. And then they locked his ass up. All I know is the shit ain't adding up. Now, there are some people out there that are trying to allege that she may have more than weed in her baggage. They're trying to put this, they're trying to really drag this cocaine thing on her. As y'all know, as far as my coverage of Nicki Minaj on this channel, until I have solid proof that she uses anything outside of weed and or pills as she's rapped about in the past, I'm not putting that on her. Out of respect, out of, you know what I'm saying, not trying to spread false stories on people. Until there's like real allegations that back that up, I will not speak on that with any sort of definitive nature. You know what I'm saying? But there are people that are trying to say that. You said she was 3 hours late to her last show. Corey Reef says no accountability. She didn't say she didn't have it. That's a fact. I mean, she said she blamed it on the security. She said that's his shit. And the security came and took the fall. I mean, technically that's what he's there to do. He's supposed to make sure that she's taken care of at all times. And if anyone got to take the fall, it shouldn't be the primary artist, but it's in your shit. Maybe the security should have been carrying your shit. Crypto Chick says, plus the U.S. government is involved in a lot of mess in this other country, so they always trying to make a scapegoat out of American celebrities. She should have made sure she had nothing on her. True. Herbs and Potions say she better get released soon so the show can go on. The fuck they doing sabotaging the queen? I just... What does Amsterdam get out of sabotaging her tour? That's the whole thing. Like, you think government officials out there in Amsterdam are like just enjoying making her sweat? You know, so I don't know about that. But we're not going to stay on that too long because there's not enough information and details to really dig too far into it. We only have Nicki's account for it. What we do know is that they found weed in her shit. She tried to say that they're planting stuff, but then you took ownership, at least in your entourage, that it was your security's weed. So sounds to me that they didn't plant anything, although you're trying to allude to it. And again, this is one of the issues that I have with her when she comes out and makes these public statements, is that you position yourself as somebody who needs to be saved rather than somebody who perhaps made a mistake. I think we could always reason with somebody who just made an honest mistake, fucked up, slipped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in a Brittany Griner situation, just admit to it. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But again, we're going to move on. There is other Nicki Minaj news that's actually celebratory, and I do want to get to that because I'm not here to shit on this lady all day. That's not my job. That's not what I get joy out of. Oh, dope shit. So next up, Nicki Minaj announces the second run in the U.S. for the PF2 tour. So after she finishes this European leg of her PF2 Pink Friday 2 tour, she's actually coming back to the U.S. to do even more shows. All right. So all of the barbs out there, everybody that perhaps didn't get a chance to see her the first time around, or if you just want to re-up and spin the block once again, hell, you in good standing, because once again, she's coming back. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up these dates or whatever. So they say the Pink Friday 2 World Tour by Nicki originally set off in March from California, and the initial U.S. leg concluded by early May. Presently, she's captivating audiences across Europe with her final performance set for July 14th in Belgium. Hopefully her travels remain smooth for the rest of it. And they've also released the itinerary for the second leg of the U.S. portion of the tour. So she's going to be coming to New York, Philadelphia. She's going to be in Queens, New York. So there's going to be a New York City and a Queens, New York, probably at the Met Stadium. Birmingham, Alabama, Buffalo, New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbia, South Carolina, Dallas, Texas, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Las Vegas, LA, Miami. She's going to be back in New York again. She got about 4 shows in New York. So if y'all out there and y'all fucking with it, go fuck with it. Portland, Raleigh, San Antonio, San Francisco, St. Louis, Tampa, and Washington, D.C. And they've got a Laylo page set up where you can sign up for all updates for when she's coming back into town. You can RSVP ahead of time. So anyone that wants to get in the pre-sale for the next leg of the Pink Friday 2 tour, you're able to do that right now, all right? So that you can get your email updates and you could go support your favorite artists. Hey, man, I think that's dope. It does call into question, like we talked about with Drake. Anytime I see an artist doing a tour for a year and a half straight, I do wonder what it is that they're performing their way out of, because it is the way to make the most money. And it just lends to either there's some sort of debt, and that could be from a label, that could be from Ticketmaster. Like we talked yesterday about the whole John Bellion thing, about how Ticketmaster can give you a $1 million advance on a tour, but then you have to tour 11 months out of the year to break even. It sounds pretty familiar. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying we just talked about that exact scenario yesterday, so it would be too fresh in my mind to completely overlook it. But nonetheless, for the fans, that's going to be your opportunity to go out there and see her once again, which I'm sure many people will take advantage of, right? Not only is she going back on tour, but as of now, her song Bang Bang is now certified diamond. This song was released back in 2014? Right? So Bang Bang, featuring Jessie J and Ariana Grande, it initially went gold after just 3 months. Well, it is now certified diamond, all right? And for those that don't know what diamond is, that is a minimum of 10 million units. So this is Nicki's second song to achieve diamond certification after 2011 Super Bass, all right? So they say the only female rapper to have more diamond singles than Nicki Minaj is Cardi B. That's not me. That's the publication writing that. So that is rare air. Okay? So congratulations to Nicki Minaj on going diamond. That is a huge achievement, even if you don't like her. If you can go diamond in the music industry for anything, you are leaps and bounds ahead of pretty much everyone else. There's only so many people that have ever gone diamond for shit. So, cool. Moving along into the show, we're going to get into Diddy. The diddler is upset about Cassie footage leaking. This is the weirdest shit to me, personally. Apparently, somebody from Diddy's camp has come out and said that he is livid about this video coming out, and they allege that it doesn't tell the full story. Oh my God, who is on your team, you fucking nut? You nut ass nigga, freaky ass 69 god ass nigga, man. Come on, who the fuck is on your team putting this out? A member of Combs' inner circle, speaking to the New York Post, has learned that Sean Diddy Combs is allegedly furious about the leaked video and that the footage apparently doesn't tell the full story on what happened that day. They say he's incensed, the inside member tells the Post, especially about the video. He insists it doesn't tell the full story about what happened. Not that he's excusing it, but he says that it's a selected video. It's his position that there was an agenda in releasing the video when it was released. They say, but ultimately, he knows that his big concern is the raids on his house. The Cassie video is just a distraction. Again, who is this on your squad putting this dumbass statement out, nigga? We seen all we needed to see. Your shit got raided, and conveniently, we got tapes and footage of your abusive behavior. Take accountability, nigga. You came out and issued an apology. Now you got niggas in your camp saying that you mad and that you don't feel like it's telling the complete story. What's the complete story? What would make you do the shit you did that anyone would try to justify? Come the fuck on. But you want to come out and talk about reflecting on the darkest times in your life and all this bullshit. But now you got people from your squad basically recanting your statement in so many words. They saying you ain't sorry at all. This reflects to, I'm sorry I got caught. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. Fuck out of here, bruh. Telling you, man, it's about time somebody take his ass to the outhouse. And whatever happened to him, if he don't make it back, pray for him. This shit weird, man. Yeah, Tiffany, I don't understand. I don't understand. But that's somebody in his inner circle. I'm sure whomever that is in the inner circle is either getting their ass whooped or getting their ass shipped off to Bolivia or some shit to never be heard from again. I highly doubt that nigga wanted that statement to be put out. Fool ass. You fool ass 69 god ass nigga, boy. Anyway, we're gonna keep this thing rolling. You said Nicki single. That what they calling it? Nicki single? Shit. You know, if you're on somebody's song that go diamond, you get diamond certification too. So even if it is a feature, it counts. Moving right along, we're going to get into YG allegedly dissing Drake on a brand new song called Weird. Okay? Now, y'all know what we do when we talk about music. We go through the lyrics. And apparently, there's quite a few lyrics on here that could possibly apply to Drizzy. Okay? The chorus of the song says, huh? What? Niggas weird. Walking around talking about shit that you hear. When the gang pop out, niggas in fear. When his bitch got knocked, he was in tears. Huh? What? You niggas weird. I be driving some shit that I can't steer. My nigga was shooting so close I can't hear. Gang going dumb like I ain't got a career. Verse 1, he says, gang in this bitch going dumb. Gloves in this bitch with a gun. The ops up one, we up some. I'm still outside having fun. You niggas bums. Weird ass nigga in your feelings about these bitches. Weird ass niggas off that perk, you be tripping. I'ma tell you about yourself and your weird ass gonna listen. You be on that bullshit, Scottie Pippen. You a weirdo. Fucking on weird hoes, nigga. Weirdo. Sound like he kind of echoing some of Kendrick's sentiments in this song. Just what I'm receiving. We don't go near those, nigga. Weirdo. Your whole life in limbo. You bitter ass niggas be sweet like Cheerios. Weird ass nigga. You niggas lame. When it's smoke, don't ever mention my name. You gonna have me jeopardizing my fame, jeopardizing the gang, jeopardizing where you hang, nigga. So of course y'all know in Family Matters from Drake, he mentioned YG, said, hey, Kendrick, you don't really bang a set. YG does. Chuck T, aka The Game, does. Hell, even Chris Brown bang a set out there in LA. Right? So YG say, when it's smoke, don't ever mention my name. Don't insert me in your beef, nigga. We don't go against the hometown. Fuck is you on, weirdo? Goes back into the chorus, which I won't repeat. But he comes right back. Says, huh? What? Niggas bitches. Disrespect us, fuck, I'm crossing limits. No motion when y'all pop out as crickets. Coming up short in life, you niggas midget. I don't want to hear it, not even a snippet. You ain't Pyru, stop talking Pyru business. Now this is another jab to me. Now, some people may not know, but Kendrick is actually from the west side of Compton. There's definitely sides to the city. His neighborhood is West Side Pyru, so by association, he grew up with West Side Pyru. So he's saying, you ain't Pyru, stop talking Pyru business, as in Drake. You wasn't raised in this, you don't come from this, please leave us out of it because the shit could get ugly. Which is the same type of warning Kendrick gave to him, say, hey, extortion when you hop off that plane, you might want to calm down a little bit. He continues, fucking on your bitch. The Pyrus did it. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know who, you know what I mean? That could just be random. He says, we ain't never got to be cool. I'm bull with it. Niggas weird. Equivalent to bitch. Niggas weird. Take that as a diss. Niggas weird. They ain't on shit. Point the 40 at a nigga till it click, 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 click. Of course, we know Drake's right-hand man, best friend, been with him since day one. His name is 40. He does a play on words saying I'll point the 40 at a nigga, as in the 40 Glock. You know what I'm saying? Niggas weird. Pillow talking to hoes. You don't support the bros. You ain't living by the code. Niggas weird, acting tough, that's bold. When shit got active, that bitch nigga froze. There's also the speculation. There's also the conversation, even from Whack 100, who said that when Drake came to Compton to shoot that 100 video with Game, he was acting a little weird. He was acting kind of froze. Every time that they stopped shooting the music video, he hopped in his Escalade and went around the block, basically saying, call me, I'll come back to the hood when we ready to start filming. I'm not just hanging with you niggas now. But I thought that was the point of you coming. I guess he understood he was a tourist. But that's the song from YG. Oh, snap. Hold on. Pretty Heart 76. She says, love your channel, Nolan. I'm a truck driver, so I be check for your YouTube pop up because I know I'm going to get a good laugh, and proud of you. Keep up the great work. I thank you so much. Thank you, Pretty Heart 76. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we can keep you entertained while you be on the road with the truck. Be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Much love, though. Damn. So, that nigga even said in the song, you a weirdo, nigga. Take it as a diss. It's going to be interesting to see if Drake responds to that. It's going to be, oh, it's 21v1 now. Oh, okay. Bring them all. Come one, come all. Damn. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. You say Drake is finished in the public eye. He will always have his fan base, though. I mean, I think, let's be real. It's going to take something major to completely knock him off. But as you said, in the public eye, I think right now, especially, it's in vogue to shit on Drake. It's the popular thing to do. It's the acceptable thing to do. It's something that a lot of people have been waiting on. It's a moment that a lot of folks have been waiting on since his ass showed up with the 5 o'clock shadow. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days, my brother, I had family members, people that, you know, grew up on real hip hop. And they were like, man, I just don't fuck with that dude. I don't like him. They had that stance for years. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, man, the nigga spitting though. And they'd be like, man, fuck all that, man. I don't believe what he talking about. So there's a lot of people that have held on to those same sentiments for years. And now they get to voice it and actually be heard. For a long time, people would hear folks say, oh, that nigga weird, or he look funny, he act funny, he fake, I don't believe the shit he rapping about, I don't like when he talk tough, all this stuff. There's been plenty of conversations. If you ever been in a barbershop, you done heard it 100,000 times. But now there's validity to back it up. Now you have one of the biggest artists in the world certifying, yes, this is how we feel about you. So number one, there's going to be folks faking the funk. There's going to be people that really love Drake, ain't stopped playing this shit yet, but they're going to go online and act like they don't fuck with him. You also got a lot of people that are investigating into his personal life, investigating into his dealings with younger women, dealings with women in general, and just don't fuck with him based on those things, his questionable tactics, questionable actions, which I don't think is wrong. So, and Tamika, you just made a great point. He's been musically on a decline anyway. His last couple albums have been, that fucking For All the Dogs, I think I only liked First Person Shooter. That was about the only song I fucked with on there. The rest of it, I was like, why Drake sound like he trying to be rap like a 19-year-old? Come to find out, Lil Yachty helping him write this shit. That Her Loss shit, I tried to listen to it. I'm like, why the fuck is he working with 21 Savage? I don't even like 21 Savage music. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to me. I did enjoy Certified Lover Boy. That was like he was shooting about 60% from the field on that one. But that's the last one that I took serious. Before that, Scorpion. He was shooting about 50% from the field. I liked disc 1, hated disc 2. So he has been on the decline for sure. But in the interim of his decline, he still has kept hit records coming. And I think as long as you give people hit records, you're able to kind of circumvent a lot of the other shit. It's just right now, hey, they calling them certified pedophile in all 50 states and internationally. And when niggas put that on you, it is what it is. What you mean I'm biased? What am I biased from? I'm telling you exactly how I felt about this man's music. No, I didn't like Her Loss. The one song I liked on Her Loss was the one where, what's her name? Where 21 Savage was kind of rapping. He was damn near rapping like Drake. Nah, he ain't going nowhere. I told y'all that from the jump. The nigga ain't going nowhere. But right now, the perception, he's looking funny in the light. It just is what it is. But to say I'm biased, how am I biased? I just told you I'm able to sit here and talk about this man's music at length if you want me to. But that don't mean that I have to like it or love it. If you do, that's great for you. Shit weird as hell, actually, because in the battle, when I was acknowledging that he was putting out solid songs, I still like Push-Ups. I still like Family Matters. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. But niggas was mad at me for saying that. So how am I biased? Not to mention, everybody is biased. Let's get back to that. Let's circle back to that. Everybody is biased. Ain't a motherfucker walking this earth, not even Gandhi, is unbiased. Right? If I come on YouTube and tell you my opinion, why would you expect it to be anything less than my opinion? Am I supposed to echo your opinion? No, because we're two different people. We have different sets of ears. We have different brains. We have different, you know what I'm saying, cognitive skills. So we're not going to process things like that. You say look into YG. Please look into YG saying it's cap. I saw a post of him responding to the song. If YG is out here saying that song is not aimed at Drake, he's lying. That's all I'm gonna say. If he says that song is not aimed at him, he's lying. Just like Drake and Kendrick Lamar was lying to the press for years. Kendrick was doing interviews. Niggas was bringing lyrics to him saying, hey, when you said this over here, was that aimed at Drake? Kendrick smile. Nah, man, I ain't talking about that nigga, man. We just having fun in the studio. Man, he got about 50 songs dissing that nigga. And vice versa for Drake. And them niggas was saying, oh, no, it's all love, man. It's all good. Lies. So if we wanna take it to technicality, all these niggas lying. It's a prerequisite. If you come into entertainment, you got to lie about some shit. So that's where I stay. It's a Virgo say, I'm biased. I hate blue cheese. Ranch is supreme. Thank you. Who won in my opinion? I feel like Kendrick Lamar won, and personally, I mean, he had the better songs, he had the better strategy. The way he rolled out his records, it was masterful. If you really watch how that thing played out, he set him up with 616 in LA, prompted him to drop Family Matters that night. He dropped fucking Meet the Grams, 20 minutes, just dissipated all his buzz. Everybody that was excited about Family Matters just got shut the fuck down. So he neutralized his superpowers as alluded to in Euphoria. The very next day, he comes out with Not Like Us to run a victory lap on him. You know what I'm saying? By the time Drake dropped The Heart Part 6, people's minds were already made up. He had an opportunity to sway the public opinion, but the fact that he came out sounding sad, sounding like he was a man defeated, and, oh man, I can't believe you want to lie on me, bro. Whenever you want to get to the facts, we could get to the facts. But hey, let's say everybody was lying. Fuck the facts. He still lost. So, so that's how I perceive the situation, right? The whole time I wanted Kendrick to drop a banger, like, because you're going against a guy who's known for dropping bangers, known for dropping club-friendly records that he could dish you on. So that's what I wanted, that haymaker much sooner than Kendrick actually gave it to me. I received flack for saying that. So, you know, that's my position on it. 7 says, Drake rapping over the BBL Drizzy beat is probably the best, most gracious way of bowing out. I'll give him credit for that. You know, Tamika, yes, I did talk about Sexy Red and Drake thing, but since 7 did say something about the BBL Drizzy thing, I'll kind of reiterate what I felt yesterday. I feel like it's a moral victory for Drake because he gets to troll Metro some more. He gets an out from dissing Kendrick, so he doesn't have to send no type of aggression in that direction to make Kendrick feel like, oh, I gotta come drop another song on your ass. in this battle, Metro Boomin is pretty much rendered defenseless, so he can kind of pick on him as much as he wants. There's nothing really that's gonna happen. Metro Boomin is probably gonna go out to his next show and play the BBL Drizzy verse from him at his next show as he's been playing the beat. And ultimately, in that situation, Sexy Red is the winner. As I stated yesterday, she wins. She gets the streams. She gets all the interest. She gets all the buzz, which means she's going to generate profitability from it. And that's pretty much where it goes. I don't think it's like the verse ain't great. It's a cool verse. It's not something people are going to come back to after this week. And even in Sexy Red's victory, I don't see people that like the album. Maybe I'm not really the best person to ask, but in the corners of the internet that I reside in, I don't see nobody saying that this album is amazing or great or dope. So the fact that they have the Drake song on there, it generates, first week numbers, but after that, where does it go? Shanika says, I'm not sure how y'all made Sexy Red an artist. Well, you got to think. People like Drake are responsible for that, right? Because Sexy Red was out here for years doing, I guess, TikTok viral songs. You know what I'm saying? Even before the Booty Hole Brown thing, she was out here kind of going viral and people were spreading her. It's kind of like comedy rap. But then you get the biggest artist in the world to stand next to you and make music with you and insist that you open up for them on tour. It gives everybody a pass to be like, well, the shit do be riding, no. And that's one thing I don't like about social media is the social media thing is a double-edged sword. Like, you get people that can be objective. You get people that champion what it is that they like, but then you get people that do the, oh, hey man, the shit is kind of straight though. The guilty pleasure rap. You know what I'm saying? Just like that kid JP. You ever made her go down low? Like, the nigga could really sing, but the song that blew him up is the comedy shit. No hate on anybody though, but that's what we're seeing. Marisha says, I like Glorilla, but I need more. I think Glow has an actual career ahead of her. Sexy Red, I think she's gonna be another Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Long term. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he should take a break until the hate train completely dies down because they eventually got to find something better to do. Oh, wow. Pretty Hart done came back. Hold on. She says, you work hard, bro. I just want to show some support. Enjoy your weekend. Shit, you helping me enjoy my weekend for sure. We greatly appreciate that. Hold on. We got to go ahead. You came and spun the block pretty hard. Hold on. People don't spin the block like that too often around here. Hold on. We got a ooh yeah for that. We definitely got to get a ooh yeah for that. Ooh yeah. Manada came up at the bottom. Hey. Ooh, yeah. Got friend like I just hit the lotto. What? Yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. What? Ooh, yeah. Well, I say throw it in my whoa. Whoa, Manada came up at the bottom. Hey, got friend like I just hit the lotto. What? They say money can't fix all your problems. Huh? Well, I say throw it in my wallet. Big shout out to Pretty Heart 76. We greatly appreciate it over here inside the industry and in the family. You know what I mean? Man, that's dope. Yeah, Kaya. That's she remind me of my neck, my back. You know, the 2024 version. Cosby 101 says, I hope Kendrick album overdo it and just have bangers and deep ass songs. Yeah, that's the conversation I want to have is like, what does Kendrick come out with next? How does he roll this out? Because clearly he's not capitalizing off the buzz of the battle, because he could have really dropped the motherfucking album the next week and that shit would have went fucking quintuple platinum. You know, but he don't do stuff necessarily for clout purposes. He goes back into his cave. They say he's still working on the album. I would love to know what type of concept he's coming with. Honestly, I would love for him to not have a concept on this next album. If anything, he's not going to do it, but it might be time to like re-up on Good Kid, Mad City vibes. Like take it back to Compton, do the bangers, but yet update it to where he's at now. Because Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was about healing and overcoming generational trauma and all that shit. So what does that look like in the next step, right? But I hope he at least got about 4-5 bangers, because that's what I've been missing from Kendrick albums. Like the last few albums, he only gives you a couple bangers and everything else has been deep ass songs. Everything has been very narrative based. It's been very storytelling ish. You know what I'm saying? Which I enjoy as a fan, right? Because I come from that style of music. That's what I grew up listening to anyway. But as somebody who does appreciate fucking 808s, as somebody who does appreciate getting hype and having shit that you could play while you out with your friends and shit like that, I would appreciate if he did more of that type of style of music. I don't expect to see these diss records on the album, even Not Like Us. I don't think it makes the album, unless he just wants to rub it in. But again, maybe the deluxe or something. We'll see. We could take YG ass off the goddamn thing, though. I think if Glow continues to team up with Cardi and Meg, her next few years gonna be dope. Well, I mean, that's cool. That's gonna be cool. You know what I mean? Cardi and Meg definitely helping to pull her up. But I think Glow, I think she has the ability to withstand the storm just even without them, right? I think she's proven that. If she could just stay in her lane, she doesn't even have to like chase the charts to have a great career. There's artists like YG that are proof of that. You say Metro wins. When my song was a hit, so you had no choice but to rhyme on my beat. BBL Drizzy wasn't a hit though. We can't, let's not stretch our imagination here and call a viral beat a hit. The song is not even registered with the copyright office for him to even claim it, copyright it, make profit off of it. So they just did whatever the fuck they wanted with his shit on Sexy Album. He's not even credited on there. I don't see how that's a win. Personally. You say, OMG, here come a 20-minute Kaya rant against J Nolan. Do me the pleasure. Go in on my ass. Please. Bang the gavel as many times as you would like. I ain't never gonna go back at Kaya. I will not diss Kaya for nobody. Said BBL Poppy said he was working on an album. When I think the best thing for Drake is to go sit down somewhere. I don't know, that 400 million contract. Well, exactly. He's contractually obligated to do what the fuck. You said Kaya can really rap and sing. Really rap and sing? His obvious diss on Like That is a clout move. What? That was a clout move? So now, we go, oh my goodness. Drake is mixed with white Jewish, Drake owned by UMG, who are pro-Israel government. They try to push Drake to be the best rapper, the Zionist propaganda. Hey man, you might be right. I'm not gonna discredit that. You might be right. But if I look at Drake's track record over the last 15 years, he's put out quality music. Do I love all of his albums front to back? No. He has hit records. He's showed the ability to make pop-friendly records. He's showed the ability to rap alongside lyrical niggas. He's covered the entire spread of hip-hop. So he earned his spot. He held his own beside Wayne. He held his own beside Nicki. He held his own numerous times beside Jay-Z on songs. I'm not going to discredit the nigga as an artist. Say, I hope his album has more soulful vibes like the music in Euphoria and 616. That was amazing. You know, Kendrick's always going to give you a little bit of soul. Beaky says, I think it's going to be a villain album. Interesting. Isn't Kendrick working on a show? That's why he's really in New York. So bro took a pause from that to be like, let me handle this nigga right quick. He is executive producing a show. I don't even know if I want to see the show that he's executive producing. It seemed like it's going to be some wacky shit. You know what I mean? I hope he proved me wrong. But I really have no interest, 0% interest in that show. I would like to hear a mix of Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly on his next album. I feel like that's what Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was, to be honest. Because To Pimp a Butterfly was very mental health focused, very much about him sprouting out of the confines of his city and becoming a worldwide superstar, but also trying to stay grounded and becoming very stressed. He had ideating with suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. Damn, you could see on the cover of Damn just how, you know what I mean, his expression was. Musically, it had some more bangers. It had it like every other song was a banger. Then it went back down to like introspective, half and half type shit. I feel like Mr. Morale was kind of that combination. It didn't have the jazz influence on there, but thematically, I feel like that's what it was. You say there are a few, Seven says there's a few surprise albums coming out this summer. Well, I hope they drop. I hope the surprise is that they actually drop. You said you're hoping, yeah, Glow gets a Grammy nod. Oh, Marisha, that's some wishful thinking right there. I don't think, yeah, Glow gets none of that. But the song fire though. I will agree. It's fire. Grammy? No. N95 and Mirror, two of my favorite Kendrick songs. I fuck with them records hard too. Let me catch up. We need more female rap collab albums if we're going to really see them capitalize on the female rap unity. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we get it, but it would be nice. Tamika says, Kendrick said all his albums were put into Damn on Big Boy. I can see that. At least vibe. You said, who's executive producer BBL Poppy? You talking about the Sexy Red album? It's executive produced by Tay Keith, which I'm still trying to understand what Tay Keith saw in Sexy Red to like produce all her music. Whatever he saw, I guess it worked, but when a ladies tour from Cardi B, bring all the girls that wouldn't really tour in arenas like that alone based on recent public discussions about Meg. I don't think she could bring all of them now. Maybe 2 or 3. That would be like the most, because you can't do the overkill. At that point, it would be like a touring festival. You said, what is the show he's producing? Let me look it up real quick. But it's some weird racial shit that I was like, this is a little weird. And he's producing it with the niggas, the creators of South Park. Let me pull this up. Kendrick Lamar, executive producing TV show. Where the hell is it? No, that ain't it. Hold on, y'all. Kendrick Lamar's comedy with South Park's Trey Parker and Matt Stone gets a release date. All right, cool. So what's the name of this damn thing? Paramount Pictures announced new live-action comedy from Lamar and South Park creators. So it's a movie. I thought it was a TV show. This script is one of the funniest and most original scripts we've ever had. Nigga, what's the name of it? They must be holding on to it. One thing we do know is Dave Free is also a producer of this film. So whatever tension Drake was alluding to between Kendrick and Dave Free, he lied. That's what we do know about that motherfucker, man. PG Lang film. Only I can see Glow getting for Glow is Best New Artist. I don't think she's gonna be eligible for Best New Artist at the BET Awards. I think she was nominated for Best New Artist last year. If they nominate her ass 2 years straight, I'm gonna have to call BET with a petition like, hey man, y'all need to get some more artists a motherfucking chance. Y'all can't be nominating the same damn artist 3-4 years straight as Best New Artist. We're gonna have to start whooping some ass around here. Remember Azalea Banks told Nicki to cancel her tour? I don't remember that. I don't see why she would cancel her tour. She's making too much money off of it. And if the people that says she's in debt and is touring to pay that off, there's no benefit in canceling it. But Azalea Banks wouldn't know nothing about that, because what the fuck is she doing with her life? Oh, man. I'm just a fan. Do you really think that was true? You really think that's true? That nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat, and that bitch turned out to be a rat. He thought he was doing a magic trick with a rabbit in that motherfucking hat, and they had a rat in that bitch, man. What the fuck? Yes, we talked about her arrest at the top of the show. No, I'm saying, do you believe that Dave Free is the father of Kendrick's child? Did you believe that? We would love to know. The clout move. So if you and somebody been subbing each other for a decade long, and you finally come out and put a stamp on that bit, that's clout. I would think clout is doing something random. But that's just me. Yeah, I mean, the little boy is like his twin. If you see Kendrick's picture as a child lined up, it's like, come on, man. So I got to put this up on the screen. Not exactly, but everything goes in rap beef, right? So if everything goes, why did Drake come out with that defeated ass, hey man, if you really want, hey man, you can make all the songs you want. I'll see you later. But if you want to get to the facts, let's get to the facts, because everything I'm saying in my raps is facts. He lied. But if we want to go off and say everybody lied, I'm cool with that too. All right. It's been fun talking to y'all, man. I would love to stay on here longer, but we've gone through all the subjects of today's show. I've been on here over an hour already. I may come back with some more content later in the day, so be sure to stay tuned. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, become an insider, okay? We've also got insider merch available. We got the t-shirts. I wore it yesterday. Those are available on realjnolan.com. So, yeah, man. And if you really want to become a super insider, join the membership with the channel. You know what I'm saying? It's not mandatory or anything like that. But I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I will catch y'all in a little bit. Much love and respect. Hope y'all enjoy y'all day, enjoy y'all weekend, and I will be back shortly. All right? Peace.
Yeah, king of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.